See, is the camera focused? I think it kinda is. Well, hello there and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to cover the Panzer IIIN, aka the last Panzer III that really happened. And you see, I did build up to this moment with the previous videos from the Legendary Tank series about the Panzer III and the Panzer IVs. And we did cover the first Panzer IV F2/G with the long 75mm. So let's recap a little bit of the history of the Panzer III that led to this point, so I can tell you what happened after the Panzer IV took on the anti-tank tank role from it. And to be honest, I did cover that a little bit in the Panzer IV F2/G video, so you want to hear more about that tank, go to that video. But well, as I said, we need to recap a little bit on the Panzer III. So the Panzer IIIs finally received the gun that Hitler always wanted them to have, the L60 50mm gun. It was a hard task, not gonna lie, but they finally fitted them into the Panzer III turrets. See that they did some stuff they wanted to maybe convert the Panzer. They kinda seen this coming because they knew that that's the end of the line for the Panzer III. There's no more room in the turret to fit another bigger gun, because that was barely... the L60 was barely fitted there anyway. So they started to try out the 50mm guns on the Panzer IV turrets, and there was one prototype. But in the meantime, well, the Operation Barbarossa happened, right? And the L60 gun showed some problems. And the problems were, well, the Soviets rolling in with the first T-34s and KV-1 tanks. And you see, it's not that the L60 50mm gun was unable to take these tanks out. The problem was it was unable to do that, to penetrate them reliably at longer ranges. So that got the Germans thinking, and they stopped for a moment and were like, okay, what can we do about this problem, right? And the obvious answer was a bigger gun. As I just said, they knew they just barely fitted the L60 50. I'm going to call it the long 50mm, because it's easier than speaking all these numbers. So yeah, so they knew they just barely fitted the long 50mm into the Panzer III turret, and that was the end of the line for that. And there's no more room for a bigger gun, right? So also, as the 50mm, the long 50mm showed the unreliable penetration at longer ranges, the Panzer IV prototype with the 50mm gun was scrapped. They're like, all right, yeah, good, but we don't need to produce that, as well, it's not good enough. So the next thing that happened, Germans fitted a long 75mm gun into the Panzer IV turret, and the Panzer IIIs became obsolete, because the Panzer IV, this is where the switcheroo happened, right? The Panzer IV F2 took on the role of the anti-tank tank that was previously the Panzer III for the Germans, and the Panzer IV was the support one with the short 75. So now, they had two tanks, basically, two main tanks, the Panzer III and the Panzer IV, that were in the anti-tank role, but one of them was lacking penetration power, and that was the long 50mm gun Panzer III. And as that happened, they just lost the support tank, because the Panzer IV with the short 75 was the support one. So what happened next is that every Panzer III that was sent back from the front lines to the factories was refitted with the short 75mm gun. Of course, in theory, everyone, but you know, that's theoretically what happened. And of course, as I said, the tanks that were sent back, so even the older models of the Panzer III, they got the upgraded armor, spaced armor, Schurzen's geared, some upgrades to the engine if possible, to the transmission. And the main thing was they took out the main gun that was not longer effective, and they refitted it with the short 75mm gun. And from that point on, also all the Panzer IIIs, the production line switched from the 50mm gun to the short 75mm gun. As I said, again, in theory, that was not like that, right? It was a whole process. It took a little bit, but yeah. In effect of that, not a lot of Panzer IIINs were ever created, to be honest. Definitely on the lower side with the numbers when compared to other Panzer III models. But from now on, the Panzer III was the support tank for the Germans, for the German Panzer IV, as the Panzer IV took on the anti-tank tank role. So that's what we have here today. It's actually quite interesting when you think about it, because the Panzer IVs were, before the war, the Panzer IV production was halted as Germans didn't want to produce more Panzer IV chassis, because there was something called an unification program. So the plan was to fit everything, well, almost every single superstructure of vehicles they had onto the Panzer III chassis, but the Panzer III chassis was delayed, the proper one with the figured out suspension. And when you think about it, if that would work, that would mean that the Panzer III chassis would have a Panzer IV superstructure, of course not identical to the ones we have on the Panzer IV. It would be definitely remodeled to fit properly onto the Panzer III chassis. But anyway, that would be a Panzer III chassis with a Panzer IV superstructure that had the short 75mm gun in the turret, and later on the turret would be just big enough to fit another gun. So that would be, I don't know how they would call that. That would be Panzer III and Panzer IV, of course they will be differentiated because of different turrets. But when you think about it, quite interesting, especially that in the end that didn't happen, because the Panzer III chassis with a properly working suspension was so delayed that, well, Germans knew that they're going to go to Poland and fuck it up, right? So they needed as much tank as they could. Then they looked at that and they said, hey, why are we not producing the perfectly working, at least for now, Panzer IVs? They are just standing there. I mean, they are not standing there. The production is halted for whatever reason, right? And they're like, okay, anyway, we're going to produce this as a separate tank with a separate chassis. And around a couple of years later, the Panzer IV took on the role. So what they thought is a failed project, because they were not able to put the superstructure of the Panzer IV onto the Panzer III. And it was like, oh, okay, well, we're going with the Panzer IV chassis, but you don't really have to upgrade that. It's kind of working, so don't work on big upgrades on it, they told to the manufacturer, right? So yeah, it's quite funny when you think that the Panzer IV was the more versatile, more universal vehicle in the end, especially that I think the Panzer IV is the only tank that was ever produced from the very beginning of the war, well, even before the beginning of the war, till the very end of the war. It was just such a good platform to upgrade, and well, we're going to get into that in the Panzer IV videos, the next ones from the Legendary Tank series. In this one, we're focusing on the Panzer III, and I rambled on long enough, I think, basically off topic. Anyway, right now I'm going to take you into the hangar in the War Thunder game. I'm going to show you some features that the Panzer III had, the end version with the short 75mm gun. And oh, one more thing, of course, if the Panzer IIIs with the short 75 were forced to go against enemy tanks, they had the armor piercing shell, but in game in War Thunder we also have the heat shells, two kinds of heat shells, the early one and the late one. Heat shell means high explosive anti-tank shell. But what is interesting, when the Panzer IIIs were rolled out of the factory, when the switcheroo happened with the Panzer IV, this shell was just not available yet for them. So they had to use the armor piercing shells they had for the short 75mm gun against enemy tanks if needed. Of course, that was a support tank, so they tended not to go against enemy tanks if possible. But yeah, later on in the war, they received the heat shell, the high explosive anti-tank shell. You can maybe see it properly behind me. I hope the green screen is going to work. So yeah, and that's the heat shell that they received later, and it was just good enough to go through a T-34 front plate at, well, basically any range if you were able to hit it. Anyway, I'm going to show you that in-game. Without further ado, guys, let's jump into the game. So, welcome to the hangar. As I said, this is the Panzer III, and as you can see here on the armor layout, we have the extra spaced armor fitted on the front plate. Although we have the different gun mantlet, we can compare that actually pretty well with the Panzer III. Here it is. As you can see, this gun mantlet has the spaced armor because it fits only the 50mm gun, the long one. And here we have a different gun mantlet completely. So are losing the extra space armor capabilities, and this is only 50 millimeters thick. We also have the shorts and skirt around the turret, and in the modifications, if you take off the winter curtains, you actually get the shorts and the side ones. And we're going to play with the shorts and skirts, that's for sure. The winter curtains are like the extra track extensions, so you can get well, extra traction on snow and better weight distribution. So this is the added one, and now we can take them off. And as you can see, this is without them, but they don't fit under the shorts and skirts in this game. In reality, I think they worked together. I'm not 100% sure, but I think they worked together. Anyway, yes, this is the Panzer III. We have a pretty quick reload, 3.5 seconds for the short 75. And we have here two types. This is the, well, kind of early one, and this is the later one, the heat shell, the high explosive anti-tank shell I talked about. This one goes through 100 millimeters of armor at any range. So we have a guaranteed 100 millimeter of armor penetration at any range. The problem is the velocity, the muzzle velocity is only 450 meters per second. So it's not that easy to aim at longer distances. And I think it's still quite nice. I tend to do better in the Panzer IIIN than in the Panzer IIIM. Well, I don't know why. But yeah, the Panzer IIIM just doesn't work properly in my hands. Well, sometimes, of course. But I tend to do way better with the Panzer IIIN. And yeah, I think that's it. This is just in-game. This is the Panzer IIIN retrofitted. Sorry, this is the Panzer IIIM retrofitted with their short 75mm gun to show off that that happened. And this is a premium tank in the German tech tree. You can buy it for golden eagles. I don't remember for how much though. And if you want to try this tank out in Italy, this is a normal tank in the tech tree, although I don't think it has the winter curtains modification, because they, well, Italians needed that, so you don't have the possibility to take down the shorts and skirts. Anyway, without further ado, oh, and as the Panzer IIIN is a premium tank, I thought it's going to be pretty funny to use the IL-2 captured by Germans. What is interesting about this vehicle is the fact that Germans test flown it, and they decided that it's too dangerous for their pilots to use this captured IL-2s, so they didn't use them. They were just used as a display piece in the museums. Well, at least for, until the until the war ended. Anyway, without further ado, let's jump into the first game and let me show you what the Panzer IIIN can do. Boys, welcome to Karelia. We also packed with us extra 20 smoke shells. We might use them. I will try to go down this road and we will try to see what's there. Oh, we're playing with the... No, that's a Chinese T-34. Okay, well. Alright, so we're playing against the Russians and the USA. That's our main concern here. Right now, this is the risky part when they can get me easily. I hope no one is going to pick this road. Seems like we're clear. Nothing over there, at least yet. Interesting. Oh, a lot of targets there. A lot of targets. I'm quite scared though, because we can get hit from the left side. Yeah, something over here. Oh, see this? That anti-air needs to go. Crew knocked out. That little boy. He's 300 meters away from us. Well, he's well hidden. Kinda know the distance to this guy, right? There we go. Driver out. Slightly higher. Let's go for that gunner. That didn't penetrate. This is getting out of hand slowly. Okay, got one gunner. 75 is still online, I think. Let's go one more time. There we go. Okay. Target destroyed. Enough crew got knocked out. Okay, what's that? That's a T-34, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Got his truck. Wait for him to rotate. Not great. That angle is actually pretty good to take him out. Okay. Back out, back out, back out. What's that? Oh, that's the small boy there. Okay, got him, got his ammo. Something shoot at us from there. I don't know what was that. So let me just peek a little bit, not too much. I don't know. I don't know, but something did definitely try to hit me. Oh, I think that was this thing. Okay. Oh, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Artillery. Oh, that's a... Oh. Okay. Small boy. Yep. Okay, got that guy. Rotate the tank. We used the right track, so that was quite easy. Oh. Oh, there's Sherman. Ooh, got the ammo rack. Got the ammo rack on him. I was going for the engine first, but yeah, ammo rack is good enough for me. We got a quite, I would say, good position here. Well, not the greatest one, that's for sure, but it's working pretty well. Okay, something up there. Yeah, something definitely went up there. Okay, what is that? That's a Lago. Driver, machine gunner. One more good hit. There we go. N22 rolled out. That's an NTR, isn't it? Short on that shot. Right, let's scare him off with the machine guns. Oh, I think he got destroyed. Oh my god. That's a shitbox. Oh, not the greatest hit.
We're controlling most of the zones.
Almost the ammo rack. Oh, that's a miss. Oh no, my truck. Come on, man. Stop moving. There we go. Okay, we got that guy. I'm quite panicking, I would say. That's why I'm missing.
We have most of the zones.
I was overrun with enemies there for a second, but okay. That's what happens when the enemy team doesn't cover this position. You get behind this rock and you're quite set to cover alpha point and everything that's here. Oh, Panzer 3M, what up, man? I'm new but stronger, actually. At least in this game. That was a chrome oil. Oh, come on, not the best hit again. Oh, he's doing the swingy thing. Oh, and we got the ammo rack. We got the ammo rack on him. Oh, this is a slaughterfest here. This is a complete slaughterfest. But on the other side of the map, they also slaughtered them. They are waiting next to their spawn just as we are here. So our team was just better. Okay, 11 kills. I think we did enough, didn't we? I think it's easy to say we did enough. So you used 22 shells for 11 kills. That's good enough for me, I would say. That's why I always take a lot of them. I did run out of ammunition in this tank a couple of times, so yeah. Oh, there's an enemy plane incoming. Actually interesting. Yeah, come here, come here. Hit me! I want you to hit me! Oh, I missed! Oh! Yeah, I knew that it's the end of the round, so I went for it. But anyway, let's jump to the next one, shall we? Oh, welcome boys to the Frozen Pass. I will try to get... Actually, Winter Curtains might be a good idea for this map, but I, well, didn't know that we're going to play a winter map. Anyway, we'll try to get to the church here, and yeah, let's load the smoke shell now, because we're going to cover our movement with the smoke shell. If I can get a proper shot there. Not the perfect one. One more. Okay, and we can move up, and now no one will see us. So, you know, big brain moves. All right, we are arriving at our destination. We can already hear tanks to our left. Probably we'll see some tanks over there. Let's check the distance to this house. 200. Okay, so we kind of know. how to shoot them. There's someone on Charlie. Let's drop artillery over there. Hear the tanks to my left, though. It's rolling quite fast. Oh no. Poor guy, man. Engine. Oh my god. I'm sorry, man. Whatever that is. Commander, gunner, loader. This guy's out. I'm sorry to torment you. It has to be done. There we go. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, mobile box. Okay, the guy on my left probably is panicking a little bit because he just lost a friend. So he might move up here, take a look-see into the Bravo point and maybe to the village over there. I don't know why people like to go there. It's like super easy to kill them over there. Yeah. You see? Why? Critical hit with the engine. Let's finish him. Uh oh. Let's kill the crew on this guy. Let's go for the turret there. Yeah. That's the, like, this is the place you should not be going through. I don't know why people choose to go through this part of the map, but yeah. It's super easy to counter. Nothing behind. You have an M3, A3 right next to me, a friendly one. This guy is right here behind this church. And I don't have a good angle to go for him. That's the problem. And also, I don't know what that is. That's quite scary. Maybe we'll get a glimpse of him through these windows. I don't know, man. Would I risk it though? Oh, there's an enemy tank over there. This guy's really rolling. Oh, low. SU-122. That's a Valentine. Let's go for the crew in the turret. I missed. Oh, kill assist. I'll take that. Yep. Alright, let's take a look-see here. What's this, man? P50. Transmission out. Bomb. Okay. He's on fire, though. Big as fire. He's not putting that out. Well, anyway, he's stuck there, so we can always take a follow-up shot. I don't know where's this SU-122. We got that guy. Crew knocked out. Did you put out the fire? Oh, he's burning down. Okay, one more hit. Target destroyed. T-50 destroyed. We have something over there. That's like 400, right? Oh, we got him. Okay. Yep. The hit shell in this game, I don't know, man. Wonders. It's just wondrous. Is that a word? Wondrous? I don't know. And this is not my first language. Sorry, guys. Should I risk it? I will risk it, I think. As I hear something to my right. I don't see any more tanks to my left. Or M3, A3 died here. Oh yeah, hello there. Oh no, my transmission! And I'm on fire, actually. Set fire to my transmission. Alright, that's when the smoke shells come in handy. Now the smoke shell here. And we cover ourselves from the... Oh my god, what's that? Rotate the gun, rotate the gun. I don't see what that is, so let's put a smoke barrier in between us. That's like a propelled gun up there, but I just didn't see what that is exactly. Okay, our tank is operational, good enough. Turret forward. Yeah. Okay, I seen him. The SU-122. No, something just died over there, but I don't know what that is. Where's that gun? Where's that self-propelled thing? There was a 105 Sherman to my left. That got just blown up by the bombs. Where's that thing, dude? Where is it? I need to know. Ooh, that was a horror. Where is he? Because I couldn't spot him. Oh, he was there. He was waiting for me. Okay, so we got nuked out of existence here. Got completely nuked out of existence. Good, now we can use the IL-2. Yeah, and we have smaller bombs, but let's go with the 250 bombs, right? And we have the armored targets belt. Yeah, let's go with the IL-2. I heard a lot of planes, of enemy planes also in the air. So let's check that out. I know that probably in your head right now you're like, am I going to go after the Horo? I don't know. To be honest, I do not know. This guy needs to go first. There's another plane right above me to my left. Damn it. I don't like this angle of approach. Where's that enemy plane I seen? Okay, that's an anti-air fire. Let's hide. Let's hide for now. And the enemy plane is right behind me. Let's roll. Let's roll and hope my pilot won't get sniped. Okay, what that? Something Russian, that's for sure. Oh, yep, okay. I need to get rid of the bombs. I need to get rid of them. I'm too heavy. Where is he? Oh my god, right in front of me. I didn't see him. I don't know what that is. Full flaps. We need to get a shot on him. There we go. Okay, that was a LA-5F. Really? Oh, man. Bad for him. Enemy plane incoming. That's an IL-2. No, that was an SU-2. Okay. Can I kill some tanks, please? Can I go and try out these guns on tanks? Because I remember they were pretty good. Okay, that's a Z-30 right in front of me. That's a super easy target. Go after that guy. Let's go after this guy. Right. He should be down. He's on fire and everything. What's that? That's an anti-air also. So let's roll and go after that anti-air. My god, they have so many anti-airs. That's just funny at this point. Oh, that's just the static track. Okay, there were so many tracks that I was like, yeah, I need to fire at them. They're taking 2 points right now, so that's interesting. D50 and M16 was destroyed by the F4U. Good enough. Z-30 needs to go. That's another anti-air, I think. I'm not sure. No, that was a Breda. Well, not a Breda, that was an Auto Blinda 43. That anti-air is on me right now. That's bad for me. Hey, where is he? Standing right there on the rocks. Okay, let's turn around. We're slowly getting out of, well, energy. I'm out of 23 mils. That's bad. And my plane is slowly dying here. I mean, my engine is definitely not in a great condition. Oh, that's a tree! Full flaps and I'm dead. Okay, yeah. But the round ended. Round ended before. Okay, yeah. Alright, yeah, that's good enough, I think. They got me, but it was too late. Okay, guys. So that's the Panzer III and the last of the Panzer III that ever rolled out of the factories properly, like the last model. There was also the K model and the flamethrower version one, but they are not in the game, so this is the last for us. So I hope you had fun watching this. I definitely had fun creating this, so thank you very much, guys. If you liked it, then I don't know, leave a like and maybe consider subscribing. Anyway, without further ado, guys, thank you for watching one more time, and I hope to see you in the next one. Cheers!
You know the rules.